Now, what apparently is also a little bit of a short... They're literally... These guys are literally digging away at the same exact freaking tree stump. You have got to be kidding me. Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode on Autonauts with me, Spacefish, and welcome to our beautiful little colony on this beautiful little planet. We are wild, awake, and working away at, well, manufacturing bots and getting all the things ready to go. We've got tons of parts going for ourselves again, and while there is still a good bit of a shortage here in terms of some of the materials in the queue, we do have ample supplies at the ready for us, and we also appear to finally have some bots running out of power here. Which is beautiful, because that means we can finally go and get redundant charging up here going too. But that's not all that is planned for today. As you may remember, we do now have a level 3 colonist, which comes with his own needs in terms of, well, clothing. So what we're going to do today, most definitely, is going to be getting a cotton field going, where we actually get some bots to farm cotton and plant cotton and collect cotton for us, and then we'll kind of be looking at some production chains that we can actually build up in order to make some clothing to then distribute out to said bots. So that's the plan for today, but just quickly before we get started on that, if you're new around here and if you do happen to enjoy this very episode, please make sure to smash that subscribe button right down below. That would mean the absolute world to me. We're currently very well trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, and every single person truly does help out a ton. With that all out of the way though, let us first things first take care of these guys up here and teach this little guy what he is supposed to do from here on out. So, we will ask you, little guy, to go and recharge bots in this area basically, and that's all you're going to do for us from here on out. We will somewhat redefine your area of operations, I suppose, and I mean technically we could expand, let's maybe do that, let's expand it out to cover this area, because that means if, or when we do a cotton field in this area in just a second, we can actually just go and have this guy service both areas, and then we can go and upgrade our other recharging bot and change his area of operations to the same, and we don't need to do 2 redundant recharging bots for the same area, basically. So I think that makes sense. Let's get that going, let's hit repeat, and let's go play, and that's going to be that. That's redundant charging for us right there. Absolutely beautiful. Hey, chicken. Ooh, you want a home, do you? Aww, cute. Cool. That out of the way, though. What we have built down here in the last episode is actually a good bunch of tool manufacturing facilities. We've got scythes here, we've got hoes here, and we do have flails up here still, which, sorry, I took your job away, I apologize. We are going to need all of these most certainly right up here. So what I'm going to do real quick, I could actually just use my backpack to be fair, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and quickly collect all of the most essential tools for the job. And then we're going to just kind of expand a little bit, I think, on that cotton field that we've got going up there. And yeah, then we kind of go from there. Then we get some bots, we teach them what to do. I have found out now, I hope, we will see in a second, how to actually, well, replant cotton. And basically what it seems to entail is that, first things first, I mean, you use your scythe to harvest it, as you would. Then you get the cotton, right? And this is the part that confused me, because evidently you cannot plant this or anything. There's no seeds or anything attached, but what seems to be the case, and absolutely is not the case. That's beautiful. The resolution that I had found on the internet that was that you were going to go and thresh the cotton, or at least there was some sort of threshing machine that they were talking about. So that's beautiful, because we don't have that yet, and I am thinking that we may need to grab that through the research. And now the issue being, we've got 5,000 colonists worth in that thing, so not entirely sure about that part. Let's maybe see what kind of machines we're getting here. Yes, I think this is the machine that we will actually require in order to be able to replant the cotton. So, well, a bit of a difficult one, because at the end of the day, without this thing we can't actually get cotton going for ourselves, and we can start making clothes for our villagers. Apparently there's also different kinds, which who really knows what in the world that entails, and there's going to be like wool for a start, and fibers, and then like the cloth, and oh god. This is going to be complicated, I'm sure. And going to actually involve a lot of production. At the end of the day, I mean, I'm sure it's going to be worth it, but we will need this technology right here. And what's actually interesting, I guess, is that the stars are probably meant to denote what we should definitely get going. So, good to know that we somewhat glazed over that. Everything else I seem to have grabbed over time, so that's at least something. But that is a bit of an issue. Now, what I think is also quite interesting is that the plant breeding technology is supposedly important. Not quite sure why we would need that badly just yet, but okay, that's something for the future then. So, I guess, until we get that research going, the cotton and clothing project is actually put on hold for the time being. What we could maybe check out, though, is we could just, like, slap one of these kitchen tables randomly into the middle of nowhere, and, you know, we can always, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of stuff. We can always move them after the fact when we need to. I do have to say, like, Jesus Christ, it's quite insane the amount of materials we need for it. And also, what kind of becomes quite evident is that I think our wood manufacturing stuff down here is not really as performant as it needs to be. So, let us first things first, maybe give this little guy an assistant. So there's going to be 2 little guys actually working on collecting the logs. I do have the feeling, though, that we may actually need to go and upgrade some of our old bots, because, I mean, honestly, this entire thing is still running on the, not even Mark 1s, I mean, these are like basic bots or something, so I think at the end of the day, those guys will need some assistance. So let's just go and do a little something like this for a start. Boop. And then we will insert some repeats. So we will insert a repeat until hands full on the find the nearest log, move to log, pick up log kind of deal. And we will sort of kind of put this as the area of operations. I think that's quite fine at the end of the day. We can maybe make it a 16 by 16 just to achieve symmetry. And then we go and put another repeat right here for the add to log storage until hands are empty. Then we repeat the entire thing forever. And that's basically this little guy's task. He can get going, collect us some nice logs. And then I think we will actually just maybe grab some parts for upgrades. The one thing that is still quite suboptimal, call it, is the low amount that we have on bot drives at the end of the day, you know. This guy is working away at it, don't get me wrong. But we just don't have the amount of gears coming in. We don't have the amount of fixing pegs coming in, so I'm not quite sure. I don't want to overdo things. Maybe what we could do would be actually getting a quick upgrade out to these bots, which we could be making out here. Just, you know, to kind of, well, speed this little guy up here that's actually doing the... that's actually making us the thingy-majigs. What's their name again? The fixing pegs. So, what good upgrades do we have then? I mean, these are the parts. Sensor power, speed. So this is movement speed, I guess. Energy. And that's that. I guess the only thing that would really considerably help would be the speed upgrade, which takes 4 good gears and an axle. What does the crude one take? It takes 4 crude gears and a pole. Let's just give him a crude speed upgrade for now. That's something that we can easily achieve. Don't want to spend too much time on this, and then, you know, we'll kind of just move on from there. At the end of the day, I mean, I guess These are not crude gears. Well, that sucks. At the end of the day, I think the issue here is more going to be his time spent on the workbench and actually, you know, hopping around, plunking things together than the time he spends moving between things. But, you know, even a small, like, speed boost in terms of, like, his movement speed in between points will surely help us a tad bit in the long run. In the end, you know, maybe we do need another bot. Maybe we do need an upgrade eventually. We will see. But we'll do this for now as like the easiest and quickest measure we can implement, and then we'll kind of go from there. So the issue here being, stop! No! Ah! Stop! Where are you at? There he is. Stop! Okay, we're gonna trade with him real quick. Gonna go give him the speed upgrade, right? Does it change his appearance as well? Doesn't really look like it, okay. So not all the upgrades change appearances, which is fine. Now what we do have to do is, first things first, you'll have to yoink these off him. And then we'll just get him going at the start again, basically. And I'll just quickly steal his workbench. Hee. And I guess we'll get the rest going right here. We'll just be moving the extra fixing pegs in real quick, just to make sure to have that taken care of as well. Now the question kind of becomes, at the end of the day, how we want to proceed here. So I mean, the cotton we cannot do. The kitchen we can make, just to quickly look at what crafting recipes there are. Maybe, I guess, we could get a wheat field going instead, depending on what sort of things we can cook with the kitchen table. I think that makes some sense. So, Jesus Christ, and we need to upgrade these guys because we don't have any logs still. This is insane, absolutely insane. Okay, so let's go and grab some upgrades first. I think then we'll get started like that, and then we'll move on from there. We will go and grab a stack of bot bodies. Moving down there. We'll have to grab a good bunch of bot drives as well, as much as it pains me in the end, because all these things are going to run empty again, but we do want to get these upgrades going. So we will grab a stack of those, and we'll grab a stack of heads. I mean, those are at the end of the day the cheapest thing in the queue, so I think that's probably not something to be all too worried about in the end. The other thing that I still have no clue about is if we can actually reprocess some of this old stuff. I don't even know. Anyway, so what we will actually have to do is stop these guys first. I do have, for example, this tree seed guy. Let's maybe start with that one, right? We'll go and give him a body. Grab his old one. That one actually looks so funky. Look at that. I cannot turn the camera here, can I? Maybe we'll need to check that out with some other bot, but he's basically just straight out, like, got a nearer, I don't know. It's so weird, like, now he's got a massive head and nothing else, basically. Right, but this then is going to complete the upgrade for him, and he's going to be a lot faster now. Now, what apparently is also a little bit of a short... They're literally... These guys are literally digging away at the same exact freaking tree stump. You have got to be kidding me. That's quite mad. We will go and... Yeah? Can you, like, not just, like... I would like to stop you, please. Would be great. Hello? Stop. Which one of them is it? Which one of them is it? Which one of them is it? This one. Okay, there we go. So that, I think, yes, we stopped the actual, slower bot. Well, the worse bot, I guess. And that'll allow us to upgrade him. I mean, you can see just how many tree stumps are here. I hope that they do separate somewhat what they work on now. Maybe otherwise we have to kind of change the area that they work in. Because, I mean, them digging away at the same hole is basically... We could just be working with one bot and we would get the same result. So that's not something that we want. But let's go and make this little guy a Mark II at the end of the day. And then we can get him back to work. I hope that he starts somewhere else now, really. Hello, get going, please. Yes, he's working somewhere else. So that's beautiful. We'll get some more holes in the ground. And not now what we do need is some more trees knocked down as well at the end of the day. Which means we will actually grab this little guy. Because he was currently not working anyway. So, hello, little lad. Did I not just... I thought I had grabbed something. You will go and get this, and... you will get that. Oh, we actually... we took a body twice. That's not the most productive variant of upgrading a bot, is it? Let's go and give him a drive now, I guess. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I didn't want to abduct you. I just wanted to take the old part. We've got so many of these already. I really don't know where to put all these. Maybe we just need to like create some dump storage or something, because honestly, that's quite annoying. I don't even know where his head went. His head just went flying off. Sounds so weird. There it is. Cool. That's that. We can go and ask him to continue, and hopefully that'll also mean some more trees knocked down. So basically, we just upgraded one of every function. One bot that knocks... oh my god, look at the increased speed. It's beautiful. That's nice. That's very, very nice indeed. He's so much more productive than that little guy right down there. Look at him. Like, literally... next to double the tree knockdown speed, and on top of that he moves quicker. So that should be nice. Now, it does still seem like overall we are honestly quite lean on tree stump dig up laddies. So we'll go and stop this guy here, and we'll use the last upgrade kit on him. Apparently, I guess it seems that we do have 3 bots here actually digging up tree stumps. While there's only 2 that are knocking down trees, and still the 3 are not really catching up. So that upgrade, I think, does make the most sense at the end of the day. Should very much speed things up for us. And get going, little guy. Cool. So that should be a little bit of a speed up in terms of the processes down there, I hope. We did use up all our parts, and... well, at the end of the day, let's see how it goes for our log storage. It's still all quite short, but, you know, we'll keep our fingers crossed that this is the solution for us. Now, this little guy here, well, he's basically probably going to get recharged in a second anyways. We'll take care of him regardless. Why not? Oh, I'm sorry, little guy. Ah, yeah. Okay, cool. So that's all beautifully working away. There's a bunch of trees still to knock down. We need to kind of keep in mind just, like, looking back here every once in a while to see if there's still enough trees to knock down, if we need to make further adjustments. I thought these guys were working on the same thing again. They weren't. Not sure about the others. I hope they're all somewhat split in terms of what they're actually working on. It does look like it still, so fingers crossed right there. And let's see how that one goes. It does seem like we are stacking up blocks again, so I'm quite happy with that overall. Now, that is going to be somewhat important as well at the end of the... whoa! Where'd all the panels go? I mean, like, I know we upgraded some bots, but, like, Jesus Christ, we're at 0. This entire thing is honestly... I'm literally gonna have PTSD from this at some point. Like, I guess we still have a little bit of a shortage here in terms of the fixing peg production. And, I mean, while we could certainly wait on that mechanical frame saw to get researched, that's probably going to take quite a while still, and I don't really want to keep going at this pace in the meanwhile, especially since we need the fixing pegs for other things as well. So, what I will have us end up doing here is just make another one of those workbenches, and, well, we'll basically just get one of these Mark II bots and get them to work for us on the fixing pegs as well. What I've heard is that apparently I can just copy over the programs using a floppy disk. I don't think it's something we have yet. It's something we need to unlock or something, so unfortunately we'll need to program the guy the exact same way, but we will definitely try and do that in the future when we do have the appropriate tools needed for that. Now, that out of the way, here is our new little bot. That guy's going to instantly make us a new one, or, well, thing's technically filled again, but, you know, he'll make sure that everything's fine. We'll go and record with this little guy. We will tell him to... Did I do until hands full here? No. We will do 3 times, I think. 3 times was the consensus. So he will take 3 poles, basically. Put them here. Until hands are empty. Hello? Why can I not help? There we go. Until hands are empty, he will put them on the chopping block. That will result in 6 of these fixing pegs. And he will repeat that part right here until the hands are full. Beautiful. And then he will go and offload that into the fixing peg storage until his hands are empty. Just like that. Beautiful. Repeat the entire thing and get going. And hopefully we can finally solve this fixing peg shortage like that a little bit and somehow get the appropriate amounts going again of square frames and panels and everything in between, because, like, Jesus Christ, we are so short on all this stuff. It is absolutely insane. I do have the feeling that now we're going to be totally out of poles again or something. At the end of the day, we never seem to be able to quite hold the right balance there, but, you know, we'll try our best. In the meanwhile, we seem to have some more logs flowing in again, which is beautiful. I think that means that we can go and yoink some of those for ourselves in order to go and make that kitchen table now. And just, you know, slightly interrupt that production, but it's fine. We've got more than enough planks for the time being anyways in the backlog, and oh, look at that. There's actually a surplus of fixing pegs currently in there, which is instantly going to get yoinked. And then there's going to be a second and a third bot actually wanting these. I don't even know what to say about that one anymore. But, you know, at least we've got 2 bots now working on the topic. It still doesn't seem to be enough, which is insane if you think about that. Like... We had 1 bot working on this for the longest time. Well, we weren't making gears, but still absolutely insane in my opinion. And we still don't have anything. So let's see how long that is going to stay that way at the end of the day, I suppose. The thing is, we still don't have square frames. We still don't have fixing pegs to use on this kitchen table. So I think at the end of the day, these little guys will just have to work on it for a minute or 2. And, just kind of fill everything up. I think now the time has come, really, where I will literally go and put a cut, and I'll just wait for like 30 minutes. I'll just let these little guys do their thing, and, you know, all these things stack up, and I'll just be back with you when we have some more stuff. Alright, everyone, so, welcome back. I've had the game running for the longest time now, and as you can see, well, we've gotten further. These storages are all filled up, but still ages to go. This was like easily half an hour of just me not doing much of anything. Or actually, in fact, I even did like a few runs where I piled in fixing pegs myself, and despite me adding into that, really barely kept up with the demands of these bots. I think at the end of the day, I mean, looking at it, these chopping blocks are just so much slower than the actual proper good workbenches that we have here. So hopefully, you know, when the table saws actually come in, or the frame saws, or whatever you want they are called, hopefully that'll somewhat solve the issue for us. At the moment, it's just the insanely long crafting times, so the bot's not really helping us out, I guess. But as we don't have all the things necessary to finish up that kitchen table, in the meanwhile, I think we can go and look at tackling something a little different, because what I've actually found is that the requirement of a crude cooking pot for completing that one mission that we were interested in is actually this one right here. And it's literally just an upgrade from the standard crude mixing pot. So we're going to do that real quick, and well, we would have to cancel the manufacture, which I'm not too much of a fan of, admittedly. So what we will do instead is we'll just place a second one here, wherever. wherever it may be. And, We'll literally just be making sure to place it right here, I guess, and, you know, we can kind of just let them through if and when we need to. Now, we only need a bunch of planks and a bunch of poles for this purpose, so let's go and get that thing assembled, and then we'll go right away and hit that upgrade button and just, you know, work on that achievement, and maybe, in the meanwhile, while some of these things kind of just pile up and we get all the materials ready for our next upgrade, and, you know, all the things are being researched, maybe that is just the thing that we're going to be doing for now. Like hitting some of these milestones, seeing what cool rewards we can get from that, and, you know, maybe something cool comes out of that. And there we go, already being kind of cancelled on our plans. Now, I mean, sticks, for a start, are easy to grab, right? Clay, I've got no clue in the world how to get. The torch I feel like we made earlier on the good workbench here, so maybe we can just quickly check that one out. For the clay, maybe we can find the recipe. Let's see. Let's go and start with the torch. So, I mean, this is a stick and a bunch of straw. Now, the straw we can overall get by just running all the way over there, which we can maybe do after, but what I would like to check out first things first is where we are in terms of the clay, or where we can grab that from, most crucially. It doesn't tell us here. No, it does. Clay deposits. So it's actually like a ground texture, I suppose. Which is interesting, because I do not recall myself seeing that anywhere around here, to be quite honest with you. It's all just like standard soil, basically. Maybe, nope. And I guess past these map borders, we do not see anything. So, well, metal ore deposits we do have, which I had no clue of, which is cool. But clay is not anywhere to be seen yet. That said, it does seem that some of these things we can already see ahead of time. So there. This here apparently is where we can grab clay from clay deposits. Quite far away at the end of the day, but that is something to get set up. So I guess we'll have to leave it off right there. We do have some paths to continue down now. We'll have to see how we continue in the next episode. I think we'll probably go and grab one of these little bots and run all the way over here with them, set them up on actually mining those clay deposits for us, and then set up another two, one to recharge them and one to bring over tools for him. And we'll get a little bit of a storage going here, and maybe the guy that brings it, so maybe like a fourth bot then that brings the clay back, something along those lines, and we'll make sure to actually go and grab some clay and get it back home, because we'll definitely need it for that crude cooking pot here. And that'll finish off our goal, as I said, and we'll certainly need it for some other things as well in the future. So already getting those goods flowing will certainly be quite advantageous for us in the end. So that's something to take care of in the next episode. Then we'll go and upgrade this thing, get that achievement out of the way, and then we'll kind of just go from there. If we do have some on-top materials by then, we'll definitely go and upgrade or build this kitchen table finally. And, well, if we don't, you know, I think a wheat field would be a very realistic option for us, and tackling some more objectives is definitely also on the list, so we can maybe, hopefully, get some very cool toys from that. So let's see about that. For today, I'm going to end it off right here. I hope you all very much enjoyed the episode. As usual, if you did, please make sure to smash that like button right down below for the YouTube algorithm, and if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider subscribing right down below, as well as hitting that bell icon in order to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. But with all that out of the way then, as usual everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will catch you in the next episode very, very soon. Ciao.